Jacksonville is a city of bridges, so it's very intentional that our college's Title III grant program is named Bridges. A bridge is inherently a symbol of union, and although our name alludes to our area's landscape, it also symbolizes purposeful unions among our departments here at FSCJ. Under the Bridges Grant Program, we are bringing together faculty and staff to work on integrated student success efforts. Although there are many bridges of collaboration we are developing through our grant program, today I wanted to share with you the latest developments in one of the transformative efforts we've been working on. This past academic year, 2 teams comprised of faculty and staff developed over 70 Associate of Arts roadmaps. These roadmaps are a set of clear course-taking patterns that promotes better enrollment decisions and prepares our students for future success. These roadmaps will be integrated into our new student success management tool called EAB Navigate, which we are rebranding as FSCJ's myGradPlan. I've asked a few colleagues from the development teams to give us updates on both the roadmaps and myGradPlan. Can you give us a little bit more detail on the process of the roadmap development?
Florida's meta majors or career clusters provided a logical organizing framework for our project because there are 8 meta majors into which the various AA degree programs naturally fall, from arts, humanities, communications, and design to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And with that overarching framework in mind, we then applied some of the best practices of guided pathways, which entail bringing together a cross-divisional team of faculty and student success advisors who, through their collective expertise, design the roadmaps and course sequencing lists and bring to that effort their disciplinary knowledge, their knowledge of course sequencing, as well as degree planning.
I would love to know, what did you learn from the faculty advisor partnership?
One of the things that I learned was you get what you model. And for me, it was the big why. We had an opportunity to see why faculty would recommend one course before another. And faculty got an opportunity to see that advisors are advising students on the best course to take within their program to match what the faculty is recommending.
This past year, you helped the college design some of the top 70 Associate of Arts to Bachelor roadmaps with other faculty members and advisors. Can you talk a little bit about what you learned from the experience?
I had a conversation with my team member, Dr. Shauna Coram, and I really was agreeing with something that she was talking about related to course sequencing. It can be so critical for some majors to progress smoothly and not end up with excess credit hours. Some students just don't know how to plan. Some incoming students are not aware of how to plan for proper course sequencing. And then they're also afraid to ask for help. These roadmaps will give them a jumping off point that they wouldn't otherwise have.
You mentioned in our last call about the system is going to help students. As a faculty member, it's going to be helpful for you because students are going to be better prepared going into your course. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Well, if they know what the destination is, and they know where this class fits in that pathway, then I expect them to know where they're going. And sometimes students sign up because somebody said, well, I think I need to take this class, or it's on the list of classes I need to take, but it may not be the best order that they should take them in, because our roadmap and the way our curriculum is, it's not real specific, but this will be able to give them better guidance about the sequencing that they should use.
Dr. Richmond, how are these AA to Bachelor roadmaps going to help students?
So I'd say the biggest benefit to a roadmap is that it shows the student from the outset what their degree can look like. And that's a huge metacognitive tool for students to be able to see completion from the time that they start, so that they're not on an expedition wondering what courses they should take. And so it really helps them envision themselves in the classes down the road and finishing their degree, which is just, that's a huge benefit to students. We know that it improves their retention. In fact, here at FSCJ, with the degree plans we've created for students, We've seen double-digit increases in retention for those students who have a degree plan or a plan mapped out for them. So just it really helps the student envision and then psychologically helps them persist.
So Jennifer, in your opinion, what is myGradPlan's greatest benefit for the advisor-student relationship and interaction?
So what EAB is going to allow us to do and navigate is it's going to allow us to have a student ready when they sit down for that plan, so that we're not spending so much time explaining what the course requirements are, what a general education requirement is. Let's go through and look at all the different humanities options. Students will already have that information coming in the door because they're going to get it right on their phones. They're going to get it when they log in to navigate because they're going to be able to see that under the My Plan option.
So Dr. Herlocker, can you tell us more about myGradPlan's features? I think some members of our community might ask, what makes it different than any other tool we currently have?
Sure. So myGradPlan in its simplest form is a student success case management system that provides students with a very clear roadmap and pathway to their academic goal. And then it connects them with the resources and people that will help them get there. It's just as simple as that. Now, to make that happen, you mentioned a lot of features. So on the student-facing side of it, it provides things like guided onboarding. So students will have a much easier time coming to us. Once they get through the admissions process, we can take them through a very careful pathway in which they'll do some career exploration. We'll make sure they're in the right major. We'll make sure that they do their orientation. We'll get all that stuff right up front, and that will save a lot of backtracking and undoing once they're already in their programs. It also provides to students milestone guidance, so they know when there are important hoops that they should be hitting along the way, and it'll give them nudges to let them know what they should be doing. It gives them customized reminders. That's the nudges I was talking about. And it gives them, I talked about a very defined degree pathway. So students no longer will be confronted with a giant catalog of, 500 or so courses from which they have to choose. Instead, the courses will be sequenced for them. And it will tell them what they should be taking in their first semester, their second semester, and so forth, based on whether they're full-time or part-time, what days of the week they can attend classes, their learning preferences for in-person, hybrid, or distance learning, and so forth. It makes registration easier for them in that sense. The courses that they will be presented with for registration will be immediately aligned with their expected progression according to those degree pathways that are defined.
Can you give updates on the myGradPlan timeline? When will students be able to access it, and what about advisors and faculty?
Great question, Sarah. So first, we are scheduled to go live with the staff-facing side of myGradPlan in the fall of 2021. That means the system needs to be ready, advisors need to be trained, faculty need to be trained around mid-April of 2021 when enrollment opens for the term to support student registration. We plan to go live with the student-facing side, including the app, spring term 2022. That means the students need to have training material pushed out to them, and the system needs to be fully up and live to support registration. So that's around October of 2021. And then we plan to go live with that registration component, that one-click registration in the summer of 2022. So really, when you think about the registration cycle, that means we need to be trained and fully live and ready to go in February of 2022.